Welcome to the podcast. Here's another episode of a podcast about global financial events. Today, we're unraveling the dramatic story of the credit crisis of 1772, one of the first true banking panics in modern history. It all began in the booming world of 18th century finance. Credit and speculation were running wild, especially in London and Scotland, as banks and merchants extended loans to colonial planters and invested heavily in risky ventures. The atmosphere was charged with optimism, but beneath it all, the system was dangerously overextended. The spark came in June 1772. Alexander Fordyce, a prominent banker, made a massive bet against East India Company stock, and lost £300,000. Unable to cover his debts, Fordyce fled to France, leaving his partners and creditors in shock. News of his failure spread rapidly, triggering panic in the financial community. Within days, the panic escalated. Crowds of depositors rushed to withdraw their money, and confidence in the banks evaporated. 8 London banks failed within 2 weeks, and soon about 20 banks across Europe collapsed, including many in Scotland and the Dutch Republic. The domino effect was swift and devastating. The crisis peaked on June 22, 1772, known as Black Monday, when the City of London was thrown into chaos. Trade ground to a halt, bankruptcy soared, and even the mighty East India Company was caught in the fallout. The crisis rippled outwards, hitting Amsterdam and colonial economies, especially in North America and the West Indies. In response, the Bank of England stepped in, offering emergency support and liquidity to stabilize the system. But the damage was done, hundreds of merchants and bankers were ruined, and the number of bankruptcies in London hit record highs for years to come. The credit crisis of 1772 stands as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked speculation and the fragility of confidence in the financial system, a lesson that echoes through every financial panic since. Stay tuned and keep following to learn more about global financial events.